Dystopia warning. Well, where do I begin? Now, we all know that Lynn from HR is about as much use as a knob on an incel, but things took a turn this week. Some Tories are so sad about it that they're saying that burning £50 notes in front of the homeless just isn't hitting the same anymore. During PMQs, which I'm now referring to as pork market questions, she started asking the leader of the opposition questions as if he's the one in charge of the country. The speaker, who's about as much use as tits on a windmill, sat there like a weak flannel doing nothing. Then she said that she was going to increase public spending whilst cutting taxes as if she's some kind of economic wizard. The Bank of England were like, for fuck's sake, We've tried to help you, you know, despite the fact that you provided no plan for all this borrowing, despite the fact you haven't so much spooked, but you've, you know, unleashed 5 billion poltergeists on the markets, and despite the fact that you have the fiscal responsibility of a stoned fucking goose. But from Friday, you're on your own, love. So Friday rolls around, she holds a 9-minute press conference, takes questions from a few client journalists that all hand her ass, U-turns on the catastrophic economic policy, and runs away. She sacked Kwarteng after 38 days, despite him literally saying the policy that won her the job of Prime Minister. But he's alright, you know, he's off to be a funeral director, because funerals really make him laugh. Then she gave the job of Chancellor to Jeremy Hunt, the man who has the mad staring eyes of a serial killer, who ruined the NHS before Rat Mancock made it fashionable. The man who was sadly named in the suicide note of a junior doctor, who's lost 2 leadership bids of his own. Brilliant. Truss's approval rating's gone full Thelma and Louise off a cliff edge. 64% of voters want her to resign, and over 60% of people want a general election. So it's safe to say this government is currently about as popular as an uninhibited wank in a public park. Daily Star are currently running a live stream to find out what will last longer, a wet lettuce or Liz Truss. My money's on the lettuce. The Tory graph are finally admitting that Project Fear was Project Obvious reality all along. Yeah, slow clap, dickheads, only took you 6 years. Tory voters are only now outraged because the Conservatives are doing to them what they've done to poor people for decades. In short, we're being governed by lunatics. Number 10 currently smells of sadness, panic, despair, cocaine and minge. So I think it's time they packed their bags full of donors' money and got the fuck out of number 10. We need a general election, we need a Labour government, we need to have our say.